Hello, I'm the Akhier, and we're going to be playing some Goblin Com. Oh, cool. It's actually a different shape island. Normally I was seeing just a regular thing. I hope this is in the center. Should be good enough. It's basically XCOM, but with fantasy world, from what I can tell. So that's a thing. Let's see. I don't really know much about it. It seems interesting. There wasn't really any. This story. Let's open up. You're a ruler of a fledgling young human island nation a few months ago. Rogue, illegally exploring the dungeons and the caves underneath your castle, unearthed something interesting and terrible. It was an ancient obsidian figurine of a menacing goblin. The castle wizard warned that it pulsed with dark energy like a beacon. Trouble would soon follow. In a matter of weeks, Goblin raids on the island suddenly increased. Many were killed. The figurine was calling them to deal with this. The threat Goblin Com, the Goblin Combat Unit, was created. It was made up of the greatest heroes the island had to offer. While Goblin Com fends off the goblins, you must figure out how to deal with the mysterious figurine. Perhaps it can be destroyed, but the wizards don't yet know how. So that's interesting. Of course, we've got the help, which has all the basic stuff. Influenced by XCOM, obviously, since I stated that already. And it's got a bunch of other stuff. So, heroes. They're both in Squad A. Good enough. Idle and waiting. I'm assuming the C is our capital. Let's see. Lumberyard gets wood, targets forest. Farm, targets grassland. Requires 20 wood. How much wood we got? We got 100 wood. And that makes food. We're currently at a positive food. Stable minus food adds 2 hero slots. We're not even full on that. Mine, yield 5 gold a day, minus 1 wood a day. We're currently at plus 1 wood. Let's start with the lumberyard. And we can throw that right next to the capital. And that'll up the wood by 5 a day, meaning we can make something that uses wood. Or, let's actually build a farm. Build. We don't need the extra hero slots yet. Do we have 100 wood? We don't currently have 100 wood, so we'll have to wait for that. Hamlet adds population, takes 2, it yields 2 gold, takes 2 food, and adds 200 pop. Okay. Can be built most wares. Let's see. Time's going on. Not really sure how this is supposed to work. Okay, we now got the 2 things built. We don't have anything else. Let's hire that guy. We'll throw him in Squad A. Or what that takes. Huh. Oop. Okay, Squads A. Okay. Well, while I'm thinking about it, we can build the mine. Okay, they're here, so we'll... Okay, we just select the letter that it shows. There's no actual moving around for that. So we'll see how we do with this. Boom. Okay. Apology, there was supposed to be a battlescape thing here where you fight the goblins in turn-based battle. It's come style as usual for 7-day RLs. This was too ambitious for a 1-week project, so it was cut. I'd like to finish this part in the future outside of 7-day RLs, so check back some other time in the future. Sorry, please accept this automatic win for this and all future battles. Okay. That's interesting. Well, if it's like that... Let's see. Well, if the hero doesn't actually matter, I'll just go with that guy. Squad A, B, Squad B, C, Squad C, D, and then, yeah. Oop. Squad A, B, Squad B, E, Squad C, A, and we'll let that sit around. It looks like we'll actually need those stables. Take 2 food, but we're good on that. Oop. Oh, right. Takes 70 gold and 70 wood. We don't have enough wood, so we'll build another lumber yard. Is there anything else we can build? We could build a hamlet. There we go. I keep trying to press space to pause it. C, Squad B, F, Squad C, D, Squad A, G. Okay, we have 100 gold. It was 70 wood I need, though. I don't have 70 wood. Can we build another lumber yard, actually? Yeah, let's build another lumber yard. And build... Can we build a hamlet? No, we don't have enough. Plus, that would take the wood I'm trying to earn up. Squad A, B, Squad A, B, C, Squad B, B. That was unfortunate. Build lumberyard. Build lumberyard. Build. We now have enough for a stable. Oh, no, we don't. We need more gold. 1 more gold, actually. There we go. Build stable. Build. That requires gold anyway. Probably want to mine again, so that's 100. Squad A, Squad B, B. Can we hire more heroes now? Yeah. Squad A, D, Squad B, C. Build. Do we have enough for the... No, we still need Squad C, A, Squad D to E. Okay, now we have enough there. That means another mine. Here, Squad A, Squad A, C. Squad B, B. Build. You can get another lumber yard. But what I might want is a hamlet. Build farm. Build a farm. There we go. Now, let's see. We've got 100 gold. That's enough for various things. We don't need a new stable yet. The thing we're low on is food. So that'd be another farm. Let's see. Okay. And I guess we should build some hamlets. Oop, we don't have enough wood. Squad A, Squad B, B. Squad C, D, Squad A, F. A, C, Squad C, what's that? B, Squad A, Squad F, E, Squad E, A. I just want to make sure I catch them because some things weren't playing kosher there. Okay, now we can build some hamlets. Ooh. In the darkest part of the night, you are woken to banging on your chamber door. You wearily slip out of bed to answer, slipping on your kingly purple robe. Who would dare disturb the royal sleep, especially at this hour? Behind the door, you find the castle's head wizard, winded and sweating from racing up the winding stairs to your bedroom. Long beard certainly didn't help matters. He looked anxious to deliver important news, but was waiting patiently for your response. I hope this is important, you say, with a yawn, refusing to budge from the doorway, lest the wizard try to push his way in. My interruption is of the utmost importance, your majesty. It's the figurine. Think I've discovered its true nature. We can put an end to this invasion. Go on! You beckon the wizard into the room. You take a seat at the side of your bed next to crumble silk sheets. The figurine was created millennia ago by an ancient humanization. Its purpose was not to attract goblins towards something. It was meant to attract them away from the civilized regions of the world. Fortunately, our settlement just happened to pick one of the spots selected for one of these artifacts. Well, yeah, that's kind of inconvenient. How does this knowledge help us, I'm assuming? You didn't let me finish, your majesty. The creatures of the creators of the artifact anticipated our dilemma. The artifact will automatically shut down after a certain number of unique human individuals have touched it. That way, if the artifact were to find its way to human civilization, it would shut down after causing its destruction. Shut down before causing its destruction. How many people? Need 4,000. If you can build enough hamlets to attract 4,000 people to under rule. Have the figurine sent around the realm for each man, woman, and child to touch. I and the other wizards are correct. The goblins will instantly lose interest in our island when it shuts down. Sounds like some stupid gimmick that a bad game designer came up with a rush deadline. But I'll do it. Okay, cool. So that's how it's gonna be. And we need 5,000? Squad A, Squad B, B. Let's see. So we're currently at plus 11 food. The hamlets take food each. So I can build currently 5 more hamlets. That's pretty good. Squad A. Squad A, E, Squad B, Squad C, D. Sometimes they get here a little quickly. There we go. Huh. I wish spacebar would just pause the game. That would honestly be the most convenient one for me. Then again, if it was convenient, that's obviously not how you're supposed to do it. We'll need farms. Squad A. That's a G. Okay. Squad B, D, Squad C, B. Squad F, G, Squad E, Squad D, A, Squad B, C. There we go. It's moving at semi-decent speed. Okay, and we've got plus 22 food, so we can build hamlets. 10 hamlets at least. 2, 3, 4. Oh, right. It takes material to make them. Right. There we go. What was it? Hamlets cost wood. Okay. Let's see. Any more coming? Squad A, D, Squad B, Squad C, F. Build hamlet. Build hamlet. Oh, nope. There we go. As soon as more enter the screen, I'll have to slow the speed down. Everything seems to be going alright. Gold isn't a problem. Build hamlet. Oop, right, materials. Squad F, G. Build me more hamlets. Squad E, A. Okay. Need to keep somewhat on top of them just because I'm slowly expanding outward. A, C. Hamlet. The head wizard looked exhausted. His beard was now thinner than when he was a young student at the wizard college. For the past few days, he'd been carrying the artifact across the realm to visit each and every person on the record. In some cases, people were visited twice or even 3 times, just to be absolutely sure. It was imperative that no one was missed, and oversight could cost lives. Today he arrived at a small, hastily built shack. The records indicated that the young couple live here. Last 2 people who would be visited today, figurine didn't respond. Now the invasion continued for at least another day. The weary old wizard began his route. At the door, he presented the official stamped decree, then asked the Bilbo to hold the artifact. First, the young man. This is what has been causing all the trouble. Not for much longer, the answer was mumbling. I hope. Disgusted, handing back. Who would make such an ugly thing? I leveled, given a careful look. Did anything change? Maybe it felt a little lighter. Nothing seemed to be different. Another day, interrupted by crying. What's that? That's our new born girl, just 2 days ago. Haven't even picked out a name yet. It's not on the record, but this scroll is probably a couple days old. Why didn't you mention when arrived? We didn't know if children counted. Wizard frowned and continued back towards the source of the crying. Saw a smallest little baby girl, little hands grasping at the air itself, almost no bigger than the figurine itself. He toward her. She instinctively grabbed it, and as soon as it made contact, the figurine flashed as bright as the sun, causing the wizard to almost drop it. Then as fast the light stopped, the figurine had transformed from obsidian into some sort of opal. Within hours, reported that the goblins everywhere were confused and fleeing. Celebration began everywhere. It was finally over. The touch of a newborn baby ended the war that would now happen to the opal artifact. It was decided that it should return to the dungeon where it was found. All that was needed was a brave rogue to do it. And see the story continue next year in 7-day RL 2016. Oop, and the game closes, which is a bit abrupt, but I guess that's a thing. Once again, not an hour of playtime, but except for optimizing my build there, it's pretty much all the game has to offer. So, give me a second. Okay. Time to do a little bit of reviewing of it by the standards that they want. First up is completeness. Well, yeah, it's complete. Everything that they said they wanted, they had, except for the little XCOM thing. But that's kind of the whole point. And under the thing, little guide I have here, obviously missing features. I like the concept. I like the idea. I also would have liked if that was in, but I understand not being able to do it. I still have to give a 1. Aesthetics, 3. Looks amazing. Feels great. Some of the controls maybe not the most intuitive, but once I understood what they were, period, then they were fine. It was mostly just learning the controls in the first place. The only thing I'd say is maybe spacebar should pause the game? Just saying? Like, instantly drop the speed to nothing? Be good. Fun? I'll give it a 2 for the story. For the story alone, if it wasn't for that, and it wasn't much of a story, but it was enough that it was fun to actually figure out what was happening. So that's the thing. Innovative. Yeah. It does that. It innovates pretty hard. The problem is, once again, one of those bleeding edge things. It's called bleeding edge for a reason. It brings something fundamentally new. It just doesn't include all of it as much as I'd prefer. So yeah, we're going to give it a 3 because it's completely different from what used to. But, that doesn't mean much of anything in this case. How ambitious was the project? The scope of it? Measure what was done, not was planned. It's a 2. If he'd managed to complete more of what he said, then yeah, it would have been crazy, blow my mind out. But, well, gotta judge by what's there, not what he promised. And roguelikiness. I think I might have to give it a 1. I enjoyed it as a game, not as a roguelike. I feel bad because it was made in 7 days for the roguelike thing, but it's not a roguelike. It's just ASCII. And if we just say if it's made with ASCII, everything's a rogue. If it's a roguelike, that... Oh, there's a lot of crazy stuff that fall under that. So, yeah, it's not a roguelike. So, got a 1 for that. Overall, it was interesting. If the dev continues to develop it and really brings out some of that stuff like the XCOM feature of the actual combat and stuff instead of just automatic win, or you know what I prefer? Just a simple thing where it's like the goblins have a number of goblins, your heroes have whatever many heroes are in your squad. That does some kind of automatic they're fighting each other thing where it's just like, oh, because you have this stat and that stat, on your turn you hit, and then they miss, and then you miss, and blah, 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 and oh, 0 HP. So there was actual something instead of just insta-win. It's like, long as they add something like that, that'll be amazing. It's a really interesting game. I hope they continue developing it. That's about all I can say. Anyway, this is Akhier, and I'm signing off.